A live look at the Flaps in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you think about the history of college football, you have got to think about Bobby Dodd Stadium. It is the oldest stadium in FBS history, built in 1913. On the campus of Georgia Tech, this place has seen a lot of great college football through the years. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback making checks. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hosley. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. That's caught. It's Hosley. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Maybe some room here. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Still looking, on the move. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been, now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Running inside, it's Clark. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Using his feet. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the option. There's some room. The 20, the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Who says option football is dead now in college football? How about that in the opening drive of the game, taking advantage of the athleticism you have at quarterback, and they're able to get a touchdown off of it early here, Dan.
And it's just so frustrating because defensively it makes you play so slow. Like, it literally becomes basketball. It's man-to-man. I got the quarterback. I got the pitch. Makes defenses slow down. Let's see how they adjust after this first drive.
So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Finds his man. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense putting points on the board.
Man, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown. The ball's swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Yellow Jackets are threatening in the red zone. The run inside. It's Hosley. Takes it past the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch, they've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good one.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Sellers. Caught over the middle. It's Bennett. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
To the air, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pulls it in. It's Harbor.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It's 3rd and 5. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Way too close to punt, way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. Sellers to the air again. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield behind the defense.
And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up the sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. The corners are walked up tight. Throwing, Sellers. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we've got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Might be calling a hot route. Sends him back in motion. Back to pass. It's Mendoza. Under fire. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot.
Got some room to run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Runs through the tackle. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Bringing the heat. Complete to the right. And he's got plenty for the 1st down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. And the Yellow Jackets have moved it inside the 20. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. for 6. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking to buy time. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And really nothing else the quarterback could have done there. He wanted to throw the ball further downfield, obviously, to move the sticks, but the defense just took everything away. So he had to check it down, and the defense was able to rally, now setting up 4th.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Georgia Tech spins its 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Sellers. Here comes the heat. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short?
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Across the 45. Still running at the 40. Touchdown, Gamecocks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. And the returner is stopped. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Wants to throw, it's Mendoza. That's caught, it's May. The Yellow Jackets spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Looking long. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throwing, Sellers. Here's a heat. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with the Navy midshipmen taking on the number 23 team, the Iowa State Cyclones.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Shows him the stiff arm. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Pocket breaking down. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this offense pick up right where they left off. And that didn't take long, did it? I mean, that was a fast drive. They strike quickly. This offense has got it humming. There's got to be some answers figured out by this defense, or this game is going to get sideways in a hurry.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more... He'll take the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Sellers rushes on him. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. It's not there. Just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
To throw, it's Sellers. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Again, it's Sellers. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. The Yellow Jackets come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Not out of trouble and throws. Grabbed in the middle. It's made. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown, South Carolina. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Here's the pressure. Snagged out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback. But sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck. But that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him, let him make plays. Nice job making the catch. And I still expect him to be a big part of this football game.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25 late in the season. Time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. The give on the option. Plows through the defense. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run that runs some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job with the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he snags it, and there's running room. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Fires to the wideout. Fired in there, but incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Moving out to the right. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Throwing Sellers. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a second and long. Running inside. It's Clark. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Right on the money. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Here's Sellers to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Hosley. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been
Oh, he wants it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Takes the easy one to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans...
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He wants to change this route. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Yellow Jackets, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's made.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On fourth down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And